Hey, hope you're doing well. Let's go see what I did in the month of September. The first thing that happened in terms of our hardware is we finally got everything MVP ready. So MVP stands for minimum viable product. And so in terms of our software, our algorithm has been ready, but the hardware has been lacking. And so now we're at a point where our hardware is able to, detect the fall as well as give us the location when someone's fallen down and also call the nurse. Very basic features that we now are ready to implement, that we now have. And so the last piece of what we're kind of finishing up is just putting gateways into place so that residents can walk throughout the home and the sensor should be able to work everywhere. And so right now, just putting these gateways into place, and we should be good to go in terms of our hardware. We also realized we need a much more sustainable approach to develop and build it in the long run. The MVP we have right now just doesn't scale to 100 residents, and that's the amount of residents that are in the home we currently live in. And so to do that, we've been starting to work with contract manufacturing firms that can potentially help us to build out this hardware at a much larger scale, much more sustainably. And so we're currently weighing the different options. It's a really big investment. And so we're looking into the different options as well as talking with others that have worked with contract manufacturing firms before we go ahead, kind of pull the trigger. In terms of the falls analysis tool, as a quick refresher, what it is it takes retirement homes' fall data and it automatically gives them insights into their falls as well as fills out their fall tracking and compliance forms. The reason why this matters is because this whole process is done manually right now. It takes hours and hours of the nursing manager's time. And so we've completely automated that process with our tool. The retirement home that we're living in right now was our first paying user, but what we did in September is we actually confirmed a pilot and started it with Responsive. Responsive is a 16-home long-term care home chain here in Ontario, and we're piloting with 4 of their homes for the next 2 months. And so we actually got that pilot in the month of September. We've improved the tool a lot based off of the user feedback that we've gotten. The first thing that we did is we now pull data automatically from the electronic health record, so they don't have to upload any data into our platform. It just takes it from point-click care, Yardi, or whatever sort of system they have automatically. The second thing that we did is we added dashboards. So we added individual dashboards for each of the different retirement homes so they can view their data, and when they do their weekly meetings, which they do a lot more frequently within long-term care, they can actually see it visually and know exactly where to spend most of their time on or which units need more attention in terms of falls. And then we added a dashboard for the management level. So for the directors, they can see which homes need to be checked more into or looked more into in terms of their falls and their falls compliance. And the last thing that we did is we improved the ability for homes to see their compliance tracking in terms of seeing whether post-fall notes have been filled out, seeing if nurses have filled out their tracking forms, and all those sort of details as well. So those are 3 main feature adds that we did with the month of September as well, based off the user feedback that we've gotten. In terms of our patent, what we decided in September is we're going to go ahead and work with a law firm instead of working with independent lawyers. And so what we're working with now is working with Scale LLP. They're a large law firm that helps with IP specifically for tech startups. And so we're now working with them to help us finish the filing of our patent under the PCT. We also got chosen as a finalist for the Agewell National Impact Challenge. So Agewell is Canada's largest startup aging network, and so they host a conference every year, but then along with that, they also host a pitch competition, and so we got chosen to be part of that pitch competition. My co-founder Rishi is going to be heading down to Edmonton for it and presenting on October 23rd, and so if anyone who's listening to this is going, feel free to reach out or get in contact with us. My email is ayaan@fullux.com. Well, that's all from me for the month of September. I'll see you at the end of October. Bye.